Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
This is something I just saw. It's still developing. I'm still gathering information on it, and we're gonna have to look more at this, but this is something that I believe could be an issue. I think it could be easily fixed, but I think it's gonna take some thought. I think we're gonna need some different lawyers to come together here. Let me explain to you guys. So it looks like the library case will be concluding before the Ripple case. Now this is pretty interesting because the library case actually started a couple months after the Ripple case, but there's been almost no delays in the library case while there has been delays in the Ripple case. So this is causing, or looks like it's going to cause, the library case to actually end before the Ripple case. So you might be thinking, why does this really matter? And I kind of saw this bouncing around on Twitter. I thought it was kind of interesting, but Fred tweeted out, the library case going first is not good for the Ripple SEC case. I believe Judge Torres won't auto follow any of the rulings from the New Hampshire court, as rulings are persuasive and not binding, but concerned with the judge in the New Hampshire case and feeling a bad result is brewing. Really hoping I'm wrong and nothing has already happened. SEC Gov is willing to file supplement authorities whenever the library case gets a victory. So what Fred is pointing out here is he thinks what might happen is the SEC might be essentially trying to fast track the library case to use rulings in that jurisdiction that might be more favorable and then go back and apply them to the Ripple case. This is kind of what I thought when I first read the library case was going to be ending first. And so there already has been crypto cases that have been settled and that the SEC has been trying to use as supplemental evidence, and none of them have been binding. And it seems like Judge Torres, like Fred points out here, he says she really hasn't been auto-following anything, and she has taken into consideration all these different things, and it doesn't look like she's just going to go through and say, you know what, library got ruled on this way, Ripple has to rule this way. But it's definitely a headwind that I wish we didn't have to go through. Ripple's been in this case this entire time, and they have the better lawyers, they have the stronger legal team, so it's kind of annoying to see that library could have a decision made in that case that could affect the Ripple case. It feels like to me we've watched Ripple get all these massive wins, we've watched all these massive strides take place in this case, and then like out of nowhere suddenly you have this like little guy come in and say, oh, by the way, our ruling might affect Ripple's. And it's just like, we've seen all this progress made through Ripple. It's so annoying to see that library could possibly impact it. Now, it's important to realize that this is just developing. I don't even know if the library case will finish first. And like Fred says, if library could actually have a good result that could impact the Ripple case in a good way. It's just that Ripple has the better legal team. They have more experience. They have more money going into the legal team. So I would just personally, I've been following the Ripple case. So I want the Ripple case to just play out how it is. Ripple's doing so well, they're killing the SEC. It's just like an added risk for me. Even if it could end up being a good thing, for me it's more negative than it is positive. Now, one thing we have to take into consideration here, one, that Judge Torres probably won't auto-follow anything happening, so even if it is bad for library, there's a possibility this has no impact. Like I said, I wanted to bring it to your guys' attention. I feel like we're always talking about bullish stuff on this case, and this is really the first thing that I have seen as not that bullish for Ripple. And that's a good thing too. We have to understand that. There hasn't been a lot of bad rulings for Ripple in the entire Ripple SEC case. This is the first, I think, negative ruling, and it doesn't even have to do with the Ripple SEC case. So maybe even that can be seen as a positive, but clearly I would have much rather seen the Ripple case end before the library case. Now, I want to get into some good news because I don't want you guys to leave this all disappointed. The good news is John Deaton has been working very close with the library team, and if this is going to be a significant issue, and it does look library could have binding results on the Ripple case, I don't think there is any doubt that John Deaton would be able to communicate with the library team and look to extend that case out further so it ended after the Ripple SEC case. And you might be thinking, why would they do this? Why would library extend their case? Well, what we still need to break down is what's been going on in the library versus SEC case, because I have not studied this at all. So if there actually has been bad rulings against library and it looks like library is going to lose, it would actually make a lot more sense for library to push out and extend their case so that the Ripple case could have some decisions made in it, and then library could go and use this case as precedent going forward and actually use it to shore up their case some more, because they could say, look, this went like down like this and this in the Ripple case, so you should also apply that here. Now, I definitely tweeted out to John Deaton. I want to make sure he's aware of this. I have full confidence that the Ripple legal team is also aware of this. I think the Ripple legal team and library team, in no doubt, has been working together behind the scenes. So who knows? Maybe this all could have already been accounted for. Like I said, I wanted to bring it to your guys' attention because we always are talking about the most bullish things happening in this case, and it's only fair for me to also be bringing this to you. And yeah, I think it's important to analyze this. So let's keep moving though. And this is another lawyer. Bill says, I share the concern that Fred had. I believe the SEC has wanted to delay the Ripple case, partly with this in mind, to obtain an adverse ruling against library and use it against Ripple. It may explain why the SEC did not apply to set aside library's fair notice defense or suits executives. So he's trying to look at some different rulings here and try to apply the library rulings or the library charges to the Ripple charges. Maybe the SEC strategically went after library to try to get some different results that they could then apply to the Ripple case. At the end of the day, I kind of want to give you my final thoughts here, and don't worry, we're going to be following up on this. We're going to be paying very close attention to this. Like I said many times in this video, I do not think this is at all good for Ripple. I would have liked to see the Ripple ruling come first. Library use that. They both get clarity. Neither are securities. Bada bing, bada boom, we move on. Well, it looks like right now library will be finishing first. Now, if that library ruling is negative, we need to understand that it is in no way binding for the Ripple SEC case. For all we know, the judges in the Ripple case could just fully ignore the library ruling, and this could be a big nothing burger. Now, at the end of the day, it's still a risk that the judges would look at some of it and use it, and clearly that's just where I really am not as happy, because I just wouldn't have liked to not even think about this. I would have liked if this wasn't even a concern and we could just ignore it. Now, the good thing about all of this is there is no way I am the first person to be realizing this. I am sure the Ripple lawyers and the library lawyers have talked about this and thought about this. So before any of you get too concerned, and I know this is annoying because whoever wants to see a setback, At the end of the day, we know Ripple's on the right side of the law. We know Library likely too is on the right side of the law. I don't know them that personally, but it seems like the SEC is a mafia thug organization who's trying to do anything they can to win right now. There's no doubt in my mind, Ripple has been a step ahead of the SEC.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.